Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky, and today we're going for another top 5, and we're going to be talking about the bros. Now, a bro is a vague term that I'm using to cover wingmen, but also guys that were just there for their friends when they needed them. Check out the description to avoid spoilers, and remember that these are just my opinions from shows that I've watched personally. This list is in no particular order, at least I would like to say that, but number 5 is definitely my personal favorite. So let's get into my top 5 bros in anime. Number 1 is Kibe from Rent-A-Girlfriend. A lot of times you think that the main character of the series will have some type of redeeming qualities to them if they're flawed. Unfortunately, with Rent-A-Girlfriend, Kazuma never really gets there, no matter how hard he tries. As you can tell by the name, Rent-A-Girlfriend is about a boy who decides to rent a girl to pretend to be his girlfriend after he gets dumped. Kazuma really tries hard to win my heart as the caring yet clumsy and often childish fool, but that's where his traits end for the most part. I almost gave up on the series, if I'm going to be honest with you, about 2 episodes in, until I started seeing more of Kibe, Kazuma's childhood friend. Now, this is a short stint that Kibe really takes up, but it was the most memorable, at least for me. He not only calls out Kazuma for being a flake and a terrible boyfriend, even though he doesn't know that Kazuma's renting Mizuhara as a girlfriend, but also calls out Mami, Kazuma's ex, for leading Kazuma on, even though she sees that he's got a girlfriend. Now, you might ask, what does calling his friend out have to do with him being a bro? Well, it's actually what he does next, which is plead to Mizuhara to give Kazuma another chance when he thinks that they're breaking up. He tells her a story to show Kazuma's optimism and how he's really a great guy, something I actually still disagree with, but Kibe is definitely the kind of bro you want on your side when on the battlefield of love. Number 2 is Koiwai from Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Besides being the coolest character in the show, Koiwai is the ultimate matchmaker. The awesome thing about Koiwai is that he plays this arrogant jerk who seems like he's about to steal his friend's love interest, and then totally hooks him up. Recovery of an MMO Junkie is about a girl who quits her job and ends up becoming addicted to an MMORPG, where she chooses a boy avatar and she slowly starts to fall for a player with a girl avatar named Lily. The twist is that Lily is actually Sakurai, someone who falls in love with Moriko in real life. Koiwai works with Sakurai and used to be affiliated with Moriko, or as he likes to call her, Mori Mori, and uses his connections to help them discover their feelings for one another, while having a great time doing it. Now, at first, he is definitely rubbing the fact that he got a date with Moriko in Sakurai's face, but it becomes clear as the story goes on that he is trying to get Sakurai to take action instead of waiting for something to happen. Pair this with the fact that he's got all the swag in the world, and yet decides to throw his friend a layup, and you've got the ultimate bro. Number 3 is Suna from My Love Story. My Love Story is an anime about Takeo, a gigantic high school student who saves a girl and then falls in love with her. However, it becomes clear later that she is just as in love with him, but he thinks she's in love with his best friend Suna. It becomes clear that all the times that Suna and Yamato are alone together, they are actually talking about Takeo, and she is asking Suna about what she can do to get him to like her. Suna eventually takes matters into his own hands when Takeo is not getting it, and has him hide under the bed to hear her confess her feelings for him. Now, this is definite bro material, but we can find more if we go back to when they were kids. Suna was always getting confessions from girls that Takeo liked. One of the reasons leading to Takeo thinking that Yamato had fallen for Suna. Suna turned all of them down, and at first it looks like he's being a jerk, but it turns out that they were all making fun of Takeo behind his back, and Suna didn't like that, so he turned all the girls away. Suna is always there for Takeo, whether it be to help plan for Yamato's birthday, getting them together, or whatever this is.
You'll be fine. I brought some protection.
Just a casual kiss between bros. Number 4 is Otto from Re:Zero. So, I was going back and forth on Otto because if you can remember the first season, Otto was a traveling merchant that Rem and Subaru hired to transport them. A mob beast called the White Whale ends up honing in on their carriage, and it gets to the point where Rem sacrifices herself to let Otto and Subaru get to safety. Eventually, Subaru figures out that the White Whale is attracted to the witch's scent, something that attracts mob beast and emanates off of Subaru. And when Otto realizes this, well, he chucks him off the wagon and drives away. Now, usually, this would be grounds for disqualification in the bro world, but Subaru has a power where he comes back to life and restarts at a checkpoint. Also, it's definitely not the worst thing I've seen someone do to him. The real reason Otto is on this list is because of an episode in Season 2 appropriately called Friend. The thing about Season 2 is that Subaru has to take on a lot by himself and eventually gets caught, again, because of the witch's scent, and is captured in Sanctuary by Garfield, someone who I won't get into now, but is suspicious of Subaru. Garfield kidnaps Subaru and hides him. When Otto gets suspicious, Garfield even bribes Otto with safety and an expensive gem. Otto frees Subaru after Subaru was thinking about all of his misfortune, and when asked why he turned down everything that Garfield offered, he simply replied with,
"Come on now, don't you get it? Is it really such a strange decision for me? To try and help out a friend in need?"
Now that is redemption worthy of a bro. And number 5, my personal bro, Sua from Orange. Now, I just watched this one recently, but Sua from Orange was not what I was expecting him to be. Usually when I see a confident, good-looking, charismatic character in anime, I expect him to betray people's trust or show a bit of jerkiness here and there, and yet Sua always stands strong. Orange is about a group of characters that send letters to their past selves in order to save their friend Kakeru from committing suicide. Now, you might be able to figure out where I'm going with this. Yes, Sua is an instrumental part of trying to save Kakeru. Yes, he is a great leader of the group of friends that he hangs out with. Yes, he is a wingman for Kakeru and is trying to save him by bringing him and a girl in the group named Naho together. That's where his broness comes in. And yes, I totally made that word up. Sua is in love with Naho and is told by his future self to help Kakeru and Naho get together. But the twist is, his future self actually gets married to Naho, and they even have a child. So not only does Sua know he has a chance with the girl he loves, but he knows that his friend Kakeru's survival is dependent on him and Naho getting together. And he does it! He puts his feelings aside to help his friend and changes his happy life and his bright future with the woman he loves to help a bro. Sua's bro level is definitely over 9,000. And there you have it, my top 5 bros in anime. Let me know what you think about my list, and let me know if there are any bros you think I missed, and maybe I'll make a part 2. Remember to keep your bros close. And as always, don't forget to keep it casual.